But for me, the trickiest part is, how do I not... I've had beefs with Melissa Gorg. I've disappointed her. It's like, they'll give you questions like, Melissa or Teresa, and you're going so fast, you might just go, Teresa, and then Melissa's at home,
on some, they may give you a question about Emily and Gina, and you're sitting next to Emily. So
I'm going to say Emily.
Yeah, of course.
I always side with the person I'm with.
You have to.
And every other guest does it also.
By the way, Andy's always disappointed because, he likes to stir things up. So he really wants you to say, he doesn't want you to pick the person that you're sitting next to because it's better television when you say.
But I'm a straight, the thing is that everyone needs to remember, I'm a straight guy.
Yeah.
It can go wrong quickly. There's so many things that could go wrong.
Totally.
When they're talking about outfits or looks, if they go, who's a better look, Emily or, I have to say Emily, period. If I'm there with Lala and they say, who's a better look, Lala or Ariana, I have to say Lala. But the clothes and the bags, this is not my thing.
Right.
Three, 2, 1.
Boom. I think it's funny because I feel like that you sort of really want to say Haktua, and I've talked you out of it. So there's a little tiny bit of resentment that you don't get to say.
Because we haven't come up with anything better than Haktua.
I think that people love us.
The fucking Haktua girl, her podcast is the number 3 podcast in the world, apparently.
Good for her, good for her. I always feel like when people come out the gate, the fans are really, they tune in because they want to see how they're doing. But I feel like if we just say hello, that welcome to the Rapaport's reality. I'm Kebe Rapaport.
I am Michael Rapaport. This is Rapaport's reality, where we, myself and my wife, Kebe, we break things down to the bone, all things popular culture, all things, of course, reality TV, and just a few things about our relationship. And when I say just a few things, I mean that really, really specifically today, because we're having a day.
You want to keep it limited.
We want to keep it...
Today, especially.
Especially today. We want to say Shana Tova.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To those that celebrate.
To those that celebrate. It's a time for some fantastic resolutions to turn the corner, to add to your greatness and add to your goals. So much to discuss on Rapaport's reality. We don't talk sports unless it's in relation to popular culture, but I must throw this little curveball at you, babe, with the passing of NBA legend and beloved, super duper beloved humanitarian Dikembo Mutumbo. Dikembo Mutumbo died at age 58. Dikembo Mutumbo, for those of you who don't know, played in the NBA, but beyond what he did in the NBA, he has just been such a philanthropist. He has built hospitals. He had a very, very, very good NBA career. Came from Africa, one of the first overseas players, one of the first players from Africa to break through and have such a successful career. But beyond that, he was just beloved. He's built hospitals. He's given so much of his earnings to charities and to just people. And from the response from all his former teammates, his former competitors, he was just really across the board, from Michael Jordan to Shaquille O'Neal to Charles Barkley. They just talked about what a great person he was beyond anything he did on the court. And you, babe,
yes,
did a commercial with him, an Allstate commercial?
It was a Geico commercial.
Geico commercial.
Yes.
He was on one of the iconic Geico commercials where he's like, no, no, no.
No, 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 yes. That was a big day in our house when I got that commercial. I think you were more excited than I was. He was a lovely man. It was one of those... Geico commercials where I think a lot of celebrities did it, but his was pretty funny because I was a businesswoman and I was working with another guy at the desk, and I say something to the guy and I say, no, that's not going to work. And he takes a piece of paper and he crumbles it up and he throws it in the trash can, and Dikembe blocks it and swipes it out. And then he says, no, 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 like that. It was pretty iconic. That commercial ran for 2 years, and then they brought it back like maybe 5 years later, and then they brought it back 10 years later. I mean, it kept going. That commercial made a lot of money because they kept bringing it back because he's such a iconic figure in the world. Very, very nice man. Very, very young to pass away. Rest in peace, and his memory certainly will be a blessing.
His memory certainly will be a blessing. And like I said, what he did on the court, and he did a lot. The second all-time shot block leader in the NBA, took the Philadelphia 76ers with Allen Iverson to the NBA Finals, where they lost to Kobe Bryant's Los Angeles Lakers. All that is superseded by what kind of a person he was. So RIP, and may his memory be a blessing. Him and his family, Dikembo Mutumbo, will be missed. What is going on in the world of popular culture is, well, let's just jump into this. I have my 31st appearance on Watch What Happens Live.
Yes, you do. This week.
And
with
Emily
from the OC.
From the Real Housewives of OC, and she has had an incredible season.
Yeah. She's not behaving quite like herself. I can't wait to talk to her to see why that is. She has been rocky. I mean, she's explained why she's been behaving the way she has. She's come at Dina.
Yes.
Is it Dina?
Yeah, I think it's Dina.
Yes. Pretty hardcore with the I grew up poor and you're kind of siphoning off this man and you got divorced and you're moving your kids in with him and I don't like the way you're rolling kind of thing. She's yelled at her a couple times. She's been all up in her business. The weight thing was a thing
yes.
at Heather's fashion show.
Yes.
She didn't like that she had to bring her own jeans.
She looked great in that.
She looked fantastic. I don't know. I think she's feeling a little sensitive. I don't know how old she is. I don't know if the hormones are hitting. You know, it'd be interesting to see what she's going to say. But you got to prepare because it's coming up.
I will say that my 31 appearances have been curated with Kebe, beyond what people know. We make it look, and I say we because it's truly a team effort.
Oh, no, we study like it's the SATs.
Oh, yeah. We're not going in there to fuck around and watch what happens live.
No.
Like, we take it seriously. I've always taken it seriously. I take the appearances seriously. I take what I say extremely seriously.
It's like you won an Academy Award for your appearance.
It's like a show. And like sometimes I've come back and I'd be like, it was almost perfect.
We rate it.
And you know, the goal is to like really hit everything perfect. And there's something about doing live TV.
Right.
There's something about doing live TV where you care so much about it. There's something about doing live TV where the level of difficulty and how things could go off the rail for me being a straight man, like the one time with our now friend Kenya Moore, I was not trying to start anything. And lo and behold,
she came for you, and then you had to come for her on the after show, which I was not happy about. I didn't blame you, but I did not want you to go for her ashy ankles, and you did.
I went for the ashy ankles.
I was proud, but I didn't want you to do, because then on out, I had to watch everywhere we went. I had to watch out for my own ashy ankles because I didn't want anybody to catch mine, because I'm known for my ashy ankles in public. So ever since then, I make sure that
you said you were like, I'm disappointed that you said something about her ashy ankles. You didn't need to say anything about her ashy ankles. And, you know, some people, of course, it turned into a race thing.
Yeah.
But more challenging than that.
The only reason why I didn't want you to say them because I often have ashy ankles. So from then on out, I was like, I have to watch out that I don't have,
because you don't want to be in public.
They're going to be like, okay, well, your wife, she got ashy ankles, and you talking about her. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to go there. So that's what but you were right.
But the reality of it is that I have never been on the show, Watch What Happens Live, without somebody that I respect. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be doing this podcast. I was excited to be with Kenya. I was excited to be with Nene Leakes. I've been with the best of the best.
The only time that I was like just so hurt. Remember when Nene Leakes was in her dressing room? I could not wait to go say hi to her. And this goes back to last week when I said meeting your idols. It just didn't go well.
Well, your idols, meeting your reality TV star idols. Listen, reality TV star idols, it's more touch and go than actors.
She was not.
She was not nice.
No, she was not nice.
And then she saw that you were my wife and she turned it around.
She turned it a little bit, but not much. Like I came back like with my tail between my legs and almost scared. Like I was like, whoa, that was not fun whatsoever. I did not want to see her again. I was very, very scared. But anyway.
But that was the beginning of the end of her.
Yep, exactly. But that's so far has been the only one that's not been lovely to me. But that was, somebody should warn me.
Well,
not to go there.
That's Nene.
Because usually you go into their room and you say, hi, I'm a big fan. They're usually got a room full of people.
Because you went in there before, like you.
I went on my own. I was that excited.
And that's how you screwed up.
Yeah, I should have went with you. Although, I don't know.
No, you could just have your guard down, Nene. Listen, we love Nene on the show. Nene fucked herself with Bravo. You're not going to see Nene back on Bravo.
Yeah.
I don't think ever again.
No.
But we keep things positive with all our housewives. This is a celebration of all the housewives. But Nene, I was like trailing behind you, and I was like, oh shit. And then I wanted to be like, yo, that's my fucking wife. But then I had to go watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
Live with Nene. But to bring you guys behind the preparation, we're shooting Watch What Happens live, of course, with Emily. Not all episodes are live. They will tell you this. 99.9% of the episodes are live. But we get focused. I don't know what I'm going to wear yet.
We'll figure that out.
Because
I think you want to do something different. But also, it's a holiday, so we're coming from the holiday, so you'll probably wear.
Yeah, but it's still Watch What Happens Live.
I don't care, but I feel like you should wear a jacket.
Possibly.
Maybe. You got to be comfortable.
Thing. Yeah.
But,
do I shave? Do I not shave? What do I say? What do I not say?
Well, we get the questions ahead of time.
Yes.
We don't normally
get the questions the day of.
The day of, but you don't usually get like the games ahead of time. And this is where we usually don't do well.
Because the games are sometimes, they're not do wellable.
No.
But for me, the trickiest part is, how do I not... I've had beefs with Melissa Gorg. I've disappointed her. It's like they'll give you questions like Melissa or Teresa, and you're going so fast you might just go Teresa, and then Melissa's at home, and
on some they may give you a question about Emily and Gina, and you're sitting next to Emily. So
I'm going to say Emily.
Yeah, of course.
I always side with the person I'm
with.
Have
to,
and every other guest does it also.
By the way, Andy's always disappointed because he likes to stir things up. So he really wants you to say. He doesn't want you to pick the person that you're sitting next to because it's better television when you say.
But I'm a straight. The thing is that everyone needs to remember I'm a straight guy.
Yeah,
it can go wrong quickly. There's so many things that could go wrong.
Totally.
When they're talking about outfits or looks. If they go, who's a better look, Emily or I have to say Emily. Period. If I'm there with Lala and they say who's a better look, Lala or Ariana, I have to say Lala. But the clothes and the bags, this is not my thing.
Right.
You shouldn't even be asking me, like, yeah, they both look great. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I could tell you, like, Dorit, sometimes she puts those hair clips. But at the end of the day, if I'm sitting with Dorit, she looks the best.
Sometimes I'd like you to tell the truth, regardless of who's sitting next to you.
But the one time I tried to tell the truth was Kenya Moore, and it went fucking totally left.
I know.
So it's made me gun shy.
I know. But there's sometimes a way to say it where you say, with all due respect, a couple times you've said that.
I said it with fucking Kenya Moore.
I know.
If you look at the tape, I did say it with her. I have gone against, but I think it's best for me
to play it safe with the women. I agree. This is the advice I give you. But sometimes I really wish you would just go head on and be like, look, you were really wrong. And you should have said this and you should have done that. And, because it's the truth. And a lot of the audience is with you and thinks the same thing. But when you're sitting next to the woman and they're eyeing you down with their cocktail in their hand, you don't want to get a cocktail to the head, right?
No, I don't want to get a cocktail to the head. And I've been there with the cocktail throwers. Anyway, we always get pumped up for it.
There's something about being backstage in that we always get the room with the wallpaper that looks like the Beverly Hills Hotel with the green palm trees. And it's just with the music in the background.
And the fans
screaming. And it's a tiny, tiny little place.
And we love the show.
We love it so much. It was my dream. I think I've told the story that when I started dating you again for the second time around, and I saw the show early on, because it's been on for 14 years now? A little
longer
over
than that.
15 years, 16. And it was my dream. I said, one day I want you to be on the show. And here we are.
31 episodes.
31 episodes later.
And I bring it better than anybody.
I agree.
Anybody.
And by the way, no,
and no disrespect to any of them.
You know what's true? Like at the time, there were no really serious actors. And not to blow smoke up your ass, I think you're one of the greatest actors of our generation. And at the time, they weren't real actors on. And now it's every serious actor. And they all were watching Housewives. And you used to tell real serious actors, like with the likes of Jessica Chastain and these people that these real actors and actresses and actors. I say actors for everyone that watch the show now and they love it.
Yeah.
But back then, no one was watching it. So now it's a very popular thing. Anyway, so
we're
I'm
taking
excited.
it very serious. We're going in there with guns
seriously.
blazing, Bravo guns, and Rapaport reality guns blazing.
Can't wait.
It's been 2+ weeks. P. Diddy is in lockdown, not too far from where we're recording this podcast in Brooklyn, New York.
Yep.
Every day, some new shit comes out. Every day, there's new accusations. Some of them seem even wackier than even P. Diddy, but allegedly.
Did you see the thing I sent you? I sent it to you, House and Habit. She had the thing for Inside Word. I don't know how she gets phone calls from jail because she had somebody call her when Epstein was in there. She had the inside guy, somebody who was his roommate. I guess you call it roommate.
Yeah.
That he is not
cellmate. That's jail talk.
Cellmate. He is not with the popular cult.
GP. That's more jail talk.
Okay.
General population.
General
we call it
population.
GP.
He is in the cell when you do things bad.
Yes.
And on a 2-inch thick mat.
Oof.
With rats and mice. I mean, can't get him out. Like he's in there. That day that she put out the article on her Substack, he was refusing to eat because these people, the wardens or the wardens,
COs.
The COs are teasing him. They're singing his songs. Bad boy for life. I thought you was a bad boy. They're changing the lyrics, singing other songs to him that are not his. I mean, they're really effing with him. Wow. And when they're feeding him, he won't eat it because they think they're going to poison him because they're teasing him, like saying, "Oh, I wouldn't eat that." Whether you, so he's having a really hard time in there, and it's notorious for that.
I didn't think about the singing, the song.
Yeah,
singing.
They're singing the songs to him, torturing him.
Right, bad boy.
I sent it
all
to
that.
you. I mean, she usually gets legit information because she spent a lot of time on the Ghislaine Maxwell case.
Listen, if you beat women on video.
Oh, yeah, they're not messing around. They're messing with him big time because of that. He's considered a real pussy. So they are, they're giving him the run for his money. But the rat thing alone, imagine when you're P. Diddy and nobody tells you no, and you live the most billionaire, lavish lifestyle. I mean, remember the time where he was walking around with homeboy that was carrying an umbrella?
Yes.
Over his head everywhere he went? Like, this guy's
Farnsworth Bentley.
Bentley, yeah. Now he's on a mattress in jail with no bail with rats.
And cockroaches and all that
and
shit.
Stinking piss smell and like.
And you got to go to the bathroom. The whole thing sucks.
I mean, this is like, that's what you get.
That's what the fuck you get.
That's what you get.
And there's no sunglasses.
Hell no. You stink.
No, there's none of that shit.
Duke, you stink.
Yeah, he's fucked. And he fucked himself. And, the fucking just continues. No Diddy. They're saying, though, today, outside of the information that you just shared, that there are some A-listers. They're not saying if they're men or women. They're not saying, obviously, who, that are allegedly on sex tapes with P. Diddy.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to share this, and I'm going to keep it super duper vague. There's an actor.
Oh, gosh.
A very, 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 very good actor. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything further, any more details. Who I will tell you, I saw this gentleman a day after he had been solicited by Puff Daddy. This is breaking Rapaport's reality.
I don't even know what you're going to say. Don't even say it.
I'm keeping it super vague. I saw this gentleman. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say what city. But he needed to get something off his chest. And he shared with me that he was at a party. And this is a straight man. I've known him for years. That's all I'm going to say. Who was solicited. He was solicited by Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Sean Love Combs. He was solicited by Puffy at a party that was getting started, and Puffy was walking around the party in a robe, and Puffy, the way he tried to solicit this gentleman was by flashing him he showed him his dick.
Oh, God.
As if the guy was supposed to go, oh,
Ooh,
cool.
yummy.
And yeah, and the guy was spooked to the core. I've had this gentleman tell me this story 3 times.
Did you make him tell you 3 times?
Yeah, because I was like, yo, tell me about that shit. Because I wanted to hear, number one, if he was bullshitting for his sake. Number 2, I wanted to hear, was I missing something? Like, did I make this up in my head?
For
like,
his sake.
And number 3, just because I wanted to confirm the fucking story. He told me this story, I would say around 10 years ago.
Wow.
And he was shooking the fuck up because he thought he was going to go there. He was told he was going to Puffy's house. He got invited to this party in Miami to discuss some music.
Oh.
Other than that, I'm not going to say any more, but that is an exclusive. I'll never say who it was. I'll never confirm or deny if I'm making this up or not. I'm trying to cover all my bases.
Yeah.
You ain't coming for me. I ain't going to go to the tombs.
And I would just say allegedly a bunch of times.
Everything I said is allegedly.
Yeah, okay. You know what? This is like crazy.
You're totally.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
the
uncomfortable.
Story.
I'm uncomfortable.
And I'm just going to say one more thing about this, and I don't want to make Kebe any more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's the 4th best Puffy story I have. That's all I'm going to say.
Everybody's got a Puffy story, it seems.
I've had a good one.
Because you know what? You know on X, aka X Twitter,
Yeah.
you know how it says like following and then it says for you? For some reason, you know, you have the like following and then there, next to it says for you.
Yes.
Like, but for some reason, my for you side is very shady. Like it's got all kind. You always tell me because I follow some weirdo conspiracy things.
Is it Puffy shit or like
all of a sudden I'm
shit?
getting like conspiracy and Puffy things and just weirdo stuff, like weirdo stuff. But the stuff that I have on there is like Puffy, the names of people that are going to come out. The
They put
videos.
everybody.
I mean, they do put everybody. They just put everybody that's at the parties. But there's a video. Like a snapshot of President Biden with like how he kind of looks now naked, like half naked, and some cute black girl
at a Puffy party.
At a Puffy party with this like pretty Puerto Rican girl from behind, and he's naked, and you know how his back of his hair kind of doesn't lay flat.
Yeah.
It is so funny looking, and I'm like, how are they going to tell? It made me laugh so hard because I'm like, how are they going to tell who was there? You know. It's just such a shit show and such a mess. And I don't know. I hope he gets his due. They do their due diligence and
He's
he gets
getting
his due.
Fucking due.
And he goes away forever. Because I said it before. If the one video of Cassie getting dragged down the hall and beaten like he did, you know he's a monster. It's not the only time, and she's not the only one.
100%.
And he needs to be taken down 100%. In the biggest way. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from Puffy and tainted baby oil and all the such, because that stuff is very, very negative. I want to talk to you about, we just traveled. We went to LA, which is wonderful. I want to thank you again for Nobu, even though we didn't have optimal weather.
No, it was surprisingly, it wasn't chilly like normal chilly, but we thought it was going to be more California sunshine.
It wasn't, but it was still beautiful, and thank you very much. We enjoyed our time.
What did you think of the food in Nobu?
You know, I went to the bathroom, and by the time I got back, you and Tammy and Alan ate everything, so I didn't really eat that much.
Yeah.
I
gotta say, now, listen, we found out it was 30 years of Nobu.
That was amazing.
That was crazy. Since 1994, when Bobby D put that fucking place and Tribeca on the map. The Tribeca...
That's
Robert
incredible.
De Niro and John F. Kennedy Jr. were the ones that literally put...
He did? John F. Kennedy Jr.?
He lived down there too.
And put Tribeca on the map.
Tribeca on the map. Like, just because, I mean, it was never called Tribeca, and then it was called Tribeca, but it was like De Niro lives down there, John F. Kennedy Jr. lives down there, and then Nobu and Miramax movies and all that shit. They put that shit on the map, but that fucking restaurant's been open 30 years. I will say, as somebody who loves going to Nobu, their sushi, it's good. Their thing that makes Nobu great is the other dishes. They do crazy versions of all sorts of things, and that stuff is really, really, really good. But their sushi itself, I guess, but you know what those, I'll say, their sushi is straight up, their regular sushi is really just regular fresh sushi.
I don't know. I think it's kind of heavy. I'm joking, by the way, about you guys eating it all. It was really good.
We ate it all.
No, I don't know. I came back and I was like, you guys didn't order that much. But wait, I think it's heavy. I like where you order our sushi. Where's the place that we order sushi from?
Sugarfish.
I like that.
As straight sushi.
I like that better. What I will say about, remember we went to Nobu in Miami and we thought it was garbage. Like we were like, what is this? It was like McDonald's.
That one seemed to be refurbished.
Yes, I won't say, I didn't get why it's so hard to get reservations there.
We didn't know, listen, I don't know if these people were rich or they were foreign rich or they knew somebody who owned a bank. We were in there thinking like we were going to see Kim, Chloe,
and Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see fucking LeBron, Magic Johnson, all the Lakers, Michael Jordan. It was a bunch of nobodies in there.
Nobodies, really. No disrespect.
And it should be nobodies, but they bust your fucking balls to get in this place.
Yeah.
But I was thinking I was going to see like fucking who's going to come out of like Spider-Man, Superman, like who's here?
Yeah. I don't get it.
And we were like, maybe that's somebody's. They looked like schmuckos.
Yeah, no offense.
It wasn't even like producers. Like I was like, who are these people?
No.
Why do you have to hem and haw? Like even for me, I'm like, I'm coming on this date, coming with my wife, and I need a table at 12:30. And they're like, okay. It always with a tone of, we're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
No, you're not doing me a favor. I've been going to this fucking place since '94.
I know.
Some of you little shits that are taking the reservations.
You weren't even born.
You weren't at the fucking Nobu downtown with Bobby D when you'd be in there with Bobby D, Sting, Howard Stern, John F. Kennedy Jr. and them? Where the fuck were you?
You were there. I don't think I ever went with you in the 90s when I was with. Yeah, maybe. Actually, maybe I did.
And you're going to the Malibu Nobu, and I'm like, I'm expecting to see like A-listers. I'm like,
I know.
What's going on here?
Very strange. I really enjoyed it. That was nice. But the one thing that it concerns me, whenever I get on the road with you, I say it over and over again. I will not stop saying, I cannot believe that you travel the way you do. You're on a plane, then we went to LA, and then we go to Vegas, and then we went to Vegas, and then we come back, and then as soon as we get back, you go to sleep, you get up, you go to Columbus. I don't want to say I'm concerned because you're a very strong man, but this is not a normal life. I didn't get out of bed. You got up and you took a shower, change your bag, change your clothes. You got up and went to Columbus and got on a plane. And then you came back the next morning like everything was Gucci.
I was a little dinged up. I need to stop taking those early morning flights. Taking a flight at 6:30 or 7:30 and having to get up at 5 in a foreign city, and you always got to play it safe. You always got to make sure that Uber is there because, some of these places, I don't know. This place, Ohio, Minnesota, or, like the Ubers. It's not like New York where it's like 24/7 you could get an Uber. So it takes a little toll. But I'm so used to being on these planes. I get on there, I pretzel up. I got my headphones for the plane.
I was going to say, babe, I think there's something about you that actually likes. This is what I'm learning about you. I think you like it. And I think in order to be, we've been married a long time. We've been together a long time. I think in order to sustain this, I think I have to kind of like it myself. I got to be honest. Don't love it.
No, you shouldn't.
I think something about you likes to be on the move. I don't know if it's a Pisces thing. I think about fishes in the deep water swimming around. You're kind of slippery. You like it. I'm watching you. You like the bags.
I hate the bags.
You do? Babe, you got the bags. You get in a hotel room and you know what you do? I watched it. I said, don't spread out. We're not here for long.
24 hours. Not even.
And you know what you do? You start spreading your shit all over the room.
I have little piles.
And in Vegas, we had a very nice room at the place
Beautiful
we were.
room.
It was gorgeous.
With an incredible bed. They had
that scared me.
They had a butler service.
That really scared me.
The fucking butler was in the room. He's like, Mr. We're like, Mr. What the fuck are you doing
They had the door sort of ajar, that lock that you put across the door.
We went into the wrong room.
It scared me. And he was standing there. And I was like, whoa.
And then we say, oh, great. Okay,
great.
Can we get some food? And then an hour later, we're like, where's the fucking food, Mister? Like, you're
Mr.
supposed
Butler.
to be you're not even room service.
You're a butler.
This guy said there were two of them.
Two butlers.
Two butlers. And I'm like, we ordered a couple of sandwiches. An hour later, I'm like, what kind of fucking butler service is this? I didn't even I thought that was not even politically correct to say a butler.
I don't think it is.
It was cool having 2 white butlers.
I like that. That part I liked. I was like, what else can I ask this motherfucker to do? He did hang up your clothes.
He didn't iron the shit.
No.
And he didn't ask me to iron the shit.
I was like, what kind of, this is a white butler. How? That's a white butler.
Maybe I could just say room assistant.
That's that privileged white butler.
Yeah, like, it felt like that term. I was like, what? I didn't know there was a butler. I didn't know people.
Yeah, this
we
Vegas.
thought that these people like robbing us. Like, what is this shit?
I think you can do whatever you want in Vegas. It stays there, right?
Yeah. Listen, as long as I have my toiletries, and now I have my mini toiletries, I have my overnight toiletries, I have my long haul toiletries.
I got to say something about that toiletry bag because I went in there looking for something that's nasty. You got to freshen it up.
I'm going to treat myself to a new toiletry bag.
Treat yourself before you go. You got to go out there. You have to go to Philly.
That's a drive in and drive out.
Before we go away, you got to freshen it up. It is looking raggedy. You might want to wipe it down. The shit looks dirty and it just looks messy.
But I do have it down to a science.
Yeah.
And I like being active. I wish there was a way to teleport. I do not get it twisted. I don't like the planes.
Yeah.
I don't like the hotels. It seems like every time we get the opportunity together to stay in a nice hotel, it's the shortest stay.
Yes, totally.
Because that hotel in Vegas,
I could have stayed there. It was beautiful. It was really nice.
The bed was sick.
Yeah.
It was like a suite with our 2 butler/white assistants.
Yeah. They were real white. That was nice. I would have liked to tell them what to do a little bit.
That would have been fucking awesome to have a long stay with 2 fucking butlers.
Yeah, you did the next morning send them out for coffee. That was nice.
The least they could be doing.
They went to Starbucks?
Yeah, motherfucker. Because they were in old, like, yo, they're like, yes, Mr. Rapaport.
Anyway, that was fun. But anyway,
fun.
I am concerned with a lot of traveling. I keep saying it, but I'm really astounded by you've been doing it for many, many years. It's pretty impressive because I go on one plane and I need like 7 days to recuperate.
Yeah, but you also don't, when we have the good fortune, well, I'm not even going to say the good fortune. Listen, we've been busting our asses.
Yeah, yes.
I fly first class, whether I'm paying using miles or somebody else is paying. I'm 6'3".
You need it.
I got a fucking 71-inch wingspan on my left arm, a 72-inch wingspan on my right arm. I'm tall. I'm big. I don't want to I will not be going to Vegas. The bottom line, we fly. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But you know what? I must say
I'm going to fucking sprawl out on the plane. The thing with you is you'll have a first class seat
and I don't
does
even
lay
use it.
flat and you're sitting in there cooped up.
I know because I'm controlling and I'm like, first of all, I don't sleep on a plane because it rattles and it's a lot. I'm very controlling. I don't sleep anyway. So what's the point of laying down? I don't even sleep when we go all the way to Israel. Like it's not even whatever. But I know I'm grateful for it and I appreciate that we can do it. But I also feel guilty sometimes. It's like the poor girl in me that's like, oh gosh.
But you could still recline at least 6 inches.
I do. This time I do. I recline. Anyway, that being said, I'm glad you're healthy. I pray for you continuous health because it's a lot of work that you do flying all the time. And I like to stay home.
I get it. I like to stay home. I like to watch reality shows. We have an incredible week outside of what we discussed. We have The Real Housewives of New York starting. We have more Real Housewives of Orange County. The Salt Lake City, 2 episodes in, 2 episodes win. That's a good show this season. That is a very good show.
Very good show.
This season. So we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to talk about. We have, what did you say is coming up?
I was going to tell you, I wanted to ask the people if they've heard about this Love Hotel thing on Peacock.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, I just came across it. I'm interested to hear if the people are going to watch it. It's Shannon Bedore, Giselle Bryant, Luann de Lesseps, and Ashley Darby. Ooh. I don't really know. I guess they're all staying in this thing in a hotel together. We'll see. It starts
we'll be watching
soon. We'll be watching that.
We'll be watching. You guys are listening. We appreciate you listening always. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review this podcast, Rapaport's Reality. It's important. It sounds like nothing.
But it's everything.
It's everything. Subscribe, rate, review. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the world's most important inside. I gave you a Diddy story.
Oh,
I didn't give you a detailed Diddy story, and I never will. But
that was a real diddler. That was a real diddler Diddy story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the best I can. But subscribe, rate, review, and tell a friend about Rapaport's Reality. And I love you, babe.
I love you, babe.
All right.